Have you tried one of these diets? The chances are if you've tried one of these diets, you've probably tried all of these diets. Maybe you're the type of person that's been on the diet yo-yo train all of your life and you're trying to see what the next newest, latest, and greatest thing that you can do to try to lose weight. My name is Davis Jaspers. I'm a board-certified holistic nutritionist as well as a board-certified drugless practitioner. I want to talk you through why some of these things may have worked for you in the past and why some of them may have not worked for you in the past. So to get started, I think the most popular weight loss program in the United States right now is Weight Watchers. And chances are, if you're listening to this video, you have done Weight Watchers. And if you're listening to this video, it didn't work for you. Now, maybe you had some early success. You lost 20 pounds, you lost 40 pounds, maybe you even got down to your goal weight, but then you ended up putting the weight back on when you stopped going to the meetings and when you stopped counting your points. So I want to talk to you about why that happens and what are some of the advantages of some of these programs and what are some of the disadvantages. And no matter which diet program you choose, I want you to stay tuned until the end for the secret to making your diet work this time. First of all, let's talk about Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers is counting points, which is just another way of counting calories. Now, research has shown that counting calories is not an effective way to manage your weight long term. You know this as well as I do. You were able to lose 20 pounds the first time you did Weight Watchers, and then that second time, it didn't work. You maybe lost 5 or 10, but you hit a brick wall. Or maybe you lost 20 pounds the first time going through Weight Watchers, but you could never lose past that amount of weight. And that's because with any diet, when you are losing weight, your body actually thinks that you're dying. When we gain or lose weight as a species, that's a sign that there's something wrong. So when a species eats what a species is supposed to eat, it's actually impossible for them to gain or lose weight. So let's just use an example of an elephant. I love using examples of elephants. I love going to the zoo. I'm still a little child at heart. I love going to the zoo. And when you go to the zoo and you look at the elephants, all of the elephants are fat, but they're all the same fat. A baby elephant looks just like the big elephant, but smaller. In other words, its body composition, its makeup of fat and water and bone and muscle, percentage-wise is the same. There's not like there's a really fat elephant with huge hips or a massive trunk stuck over in the corner embarrassed because of the way they look. That doesn't happen because elephants eat what they're supposed to eat. You don't go to the zoo and see an elephant with his trunk in a Fruit Loops box, right? Elephants eat hay and grass and leaves, right? So the problem with Americans and the problem with humans is we now are eating a diet that is not our natural diet. So when we are eating a diet that's not our natural diet, it causes our metabolism to get screwed up and it causes us to gain weight. So when I'm looking at a program like Weight Watchers, it's not just about choosing different processed foods to eat that are lower in calories. That is not going to help me out long term because again, if I lose weight, my body thinks I'm dying because it thinks something's wrong. Typically when an animal is losing weight, it's dying. There's something wrong with it. And so your body actually fights you. And I know you felt that before. You've lost weight and you're like, man, I feel like my body is weight loss resistant. And you're right, your body is weight loss resistant. Everybody's body is weight loss resistant because the problem isn't the amount of food we're eating. The problem is the types of food we're eating. If we eat the right food for our body, we're going to be able to repair our damaged metabolism and we're going to be able to lose weight and get to a healthy weight. So when you lose weight, your body this entire time is fighting you, trying to get you to stop losing weight. And then once it's figured it out, which honestly it's about somewhere between 20 and 60 days when your body will stop losing weight. And I know you've experienced that. So all of a sudden your body stops losing weight and you get super frustrated and then you pretty much give up and you're like, if I'm eating so little food, I'm eating foods that I don't like, and I'm not losing weight, I might as well eat the ice cream and the cookies and the chips that I want and the pizza and all the foods that I want and the alcohol because all of this work isn't paying off anyway. So the issue that you're going to run into when you're doing a program like Weight Watchers is it's all just about reducing the amount of calories you're eating. This will not help you long term. It actually is going to slow down your metabolism and over the long haul can be very damaging to you. For those of you who have done Weight Watchers and gained your weight back, which is very common, you've felt that weight came back faster than it came on the first time. And that's because your metabolism now is slower from the reduction of calories. So Weight Watchers, if you're eating a healthy diet with Weight Watchers, you could make that work. But if you're still trying to just count points and maybe save points for the weekend so you can have some more binge eating sessions, it's not going to be something that's going to be sustainable for you or to give you optimal health. We're going to put Jenny Craig and Nutrisystems, we're going to kind of group those together. Those are your prepackaged meals. Now, the benefit is you don't have to cook. So if you don't like cooking, if you're not a good cook, if you don't enjoy spending time in the kitchen, or maybe you're just too busy, that's the attraction of a prepackaged meal system. And there's some other ones, there's like Seattle Sutton, and then there's also some meal delivery systems and programs that you do a minimal prep. And they have meals already for you and just do a little bit of prep and get the food ready to go. So the issue that you're going to run into with your more commercialized prepackaged meals is they're full of artificial preservatives and artificial sugars, which have been shown to actually hurt your metabolism over time. Other common complaints is just, the taste of the food isn't that great. And then the biggest problem is it's still a processed, preserved food. And so as soon as you stop getting those meals in the mail, as soon as you stop that, you're going to just gain your weight back. And I know a lot of you have. You've been doing those, you've tried that system, you didn't like the way the meals tasted, or maybe you did like the way the meals tasted, but it just got to the point where it was so expensive that it just didn't make sense for you to keep going. And I know that a lot of the programs, if you're doing all your meals, are somewhere in the $400 to $600 a week range to get those meals, and it just becomes cost prohibitive. So then, you're going back to going out to eat and going back to some of the foods that you really like the taste of. So the issue with your prepackaged meals is you're going to lose weight until you hit a wall. And that's a huge issue. Your body is weight loss resistant. Your body thinks you're dying. So it's normally that wall is 20 to 40 pounds and you can't get past it. You get discouraged, you stop doing the meals, and then you gain your weight back. Okay, and that's a very common thing in our yo-yo diet problems that we have as a country. Let's jump over here to keto. Keto is super popular right now, and one of the things that I really like about the keto diet is that it focuses on real food. You are actually creating food at home that is whole food based, and it can be really healthy for you. There's different types of keto. They have what's called clean keto and dirty keto. And some of the benefits of keto is it is whole food based. Even if you're doing dirty keto, which dirty keto just means you're having some more of your cheeses and some more of your fats, where clean keto is less processed food. There's also you can buy keto shakes and keto bars and keto alcohol. That's going to be like dirty keto, where clean keto is going to be keeping a lot of that stuff out and doing more of a whole food based diet. So the benefit of keto is it is more of a real food based diet. I will say the dirty keto is not going to be that much more beneficial for you because it's just another form of heavily processed food that will hurt your metabolism. The downside to keto is it's very strict, very unforgiving. So if you even eat too much of a healthy thing, so like an apple, that can be something very beneficial. Bananas are good for you, oranges, and even like your healthy carbs, quinoa, potatoes, okay, not potato chips, okay, like baked potato, sweet potato. Some of those things are really good for you, but you can't have those on keto. So the issue that I run into with keto is it's not sustainable long term. Your body does need to be eating some healthy carbohydrates, and keto doesn't allow for that. The other issue is how strict it is. It's very easy to get what's called thrown out of ketosis. And you can measure what's called ketone bodies in your urine, and that's where this diet has been made very popular today because it's really easy to get what are called ketosis strips or ketone strips, and you basically you pee on this strip and it turns a different color, and it basically tells you if you're in ketosis or not. It takes about 3 days to actually get into ketosis. And once you're in ketosis, you really want to be careful not to get out of ketosis, because when you do, you become very hungry, you become very irritable, the cravings come back and they're very, very strong. And honestly, the keto diet is all it is. It's a remixture of Dr. Atkins' work. And so it's really the Atkins diet. It's that heavy meats, heavy cheese, high fat, low carbohydrate diet. And it's been shown to cause liver issues, It still, clogs arteries and can cause some problems with your heart, with atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of your arteries. Several different cancers are linked to this type of diet. So some of the problems you're going to run into with a keto diet, if you really stay strict on the keto diet, is long-term health is going to suffer. The other issue that we've seen with Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig Nutrisystems, keto, you're going to run into the same problem where your body becomes weight loss resistant. And you may have been able to lose 20, 40, 60 pounds on a keto diet, or maybe you actually got to your goal weight on a keto diet, but then over time, maybe you stop some of those practices and you gain some weight back. And then when you're trying to get back into keto, it's just not as effective for you. It's because, again, your body learns that mechanism, and again, it stops that mechanism. It doesn't want you to lose weight because it thinks, again, that you're dying, so it stops you. And once it's figured that trick out, the keto trick, we'll call it, once it's figured that trick out, it's going to make it really challenging for you. So that's some of the positives and negatives of the keto diet. Of all the diets listed here, that one's probably my favorite as far as just a diet thought process, because it does really focus, when I talk about that, I'm really referring to the clean version of the keto. It does really focus on whole foods, you making food at home, you prepping food at home, and so that's some of the benefits of the keto diet. When I look at gym and personal trainers, you go to a gym and you see a personal trainer to stay healthy, to increase your muscle mass, to keep your flexibility up, to keep yourself moving, to keep yourself accountable. All those things are great, but please, don't go to a gym or see a personal trainer to lose weight. The research has shown, there's so much research out there that shows that exercise is not effective for weight loss. In fact, if you're exercising and you're doing it really well, you should see an increase in your weight. Muscle does weigh more than fat, and if you're really hitting the gym hard and you're really putting on muscle weight, your scale is going to discourage you. You're going to be weighing yourself on a weekly basis, and you're going to start gaining weight and not losing weight. The other issue, depending on how overweight you are, it may be very, very, very damaging on your body to be doing some of the activities that you do at the gym. So my recommendation is get to a healthy weight or get close to a healthy weight and then start exercising. I love exercising. I do a lot of exercising, but I do not exercise to lose weight. I exercise for my mental health. I exercise for my physical health. I exercise for my heart health, but I don't exercise to lose weight. If we were to look at, a lot of times we think that diet and exercise are the two main pillars for weight loss. It's not like 50-50. That's what we always think. We think diet and exercise, diet and exercise. It's honestly 98% diet and 2% exercise. So with the proper diet and with a metabolism that's working correctly, the body can burn 2,000 to 5,000 calories a day easily. When you exercise in the gym for an hour to an hour and a half, you burn 150 calories. So when we look at what your diet does compared to, and what your metabolism does compared to what your activity level does, it doesn't even compare. So go to the gym, but don't do it to lose weight. You're gonna get discouraged and you're gonna quit. I know there's a lot of you out there, and that's exactly you. You made that New Year's resolution. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's kind of the popular thing. So you get there Monday, you do your thing, you're really sore Tuesday, you go back on Wednesday, you do your thing, you're sore again on Thursday, you do your thing on Friday, and you weigh yourself and you're really excited because you lost a couple pounds. Now, the weight you lost was water. You probably know that, but you had a change in your scale. Maybe you lost 3 pounds. The next week you do it again and you do the same thing and you only lose 1 pound. You get a little bit discouraged. Week 3 comes along and you don't gain any weight, or you actually, lose any weight, you actually gained weight. And now you're discouraged, and now you give up. And that happens a lot because when you're going to exercise, if you're doing it for weight loss, you will get discouraged and you're gonna eventually quit. So that's the issue with trying to go to a gym or seeing a personal trainer for weight loss. It just isn't going to be long-term effective. And if you're listening to this and you're a personal trainer, this is true. The clients that stick with you long-term are not the clients that are with you to lose weight. They're the clients that are with you to stay healthy. The clients that are with you to stay healthy, they'll be members there training all of their life. But the people who are coming to lose weight, they'll eventually quit because they're not getting the results by exercising. They have to have a systematic change in the way that they approach their food. When I look at Noon, and I'm going to lump these together with all kind of app-based systems and programs. There's a lot of benefits to Noon, where it does try to help you with some of the psychological difficulties and some of the mental struggles that are a part of weight loss. The other thing is it does encourage healthy, whole foods as far as a diet. It has lots of recipes that you can use. The biggest problem with an app, and I just want you to consider this as well. I want you to think of an app that you used to use. All right, and the key is used to use. Okay, so research has shown that most users, and when I say most, 90% of users, no matter what the app is, eventually stop using the app. And I just want you to think about the apps that you used to use that you don't anymore. I used to play Clash of Clans, and I did that for like 2 years. I was on there every day playing the game, and then eventually I just kind of got bored with it, and I uninstalled it, and I haven't touched it since. Candy Crush, another super popular app, right? I know that's a lot of you who have played Candy Crush before. You have Candy Crush, and eventually you just kind of get, you just stop. The same thing happens with every app. You use it for a while, and then eventually it stops. So the problem with a weight loss app is just the problem with any app. You do it for a while, and then you stop. So with all of these systems and programs, the way to make them work is you have to have a psychological change in your own identity. You can no longer identify yourself as a yo-yo dieter. You can no longer identify yourself as somebody who's always struggled with their weight or somebody who is overweight. You have to immediately be able to make the mental shift and change and say, I am a healthy human being, and therefore I'm not going to live this lifestyle. Therefore, I'm going to choose not to eat this type of food. Therefore, I'm going to choose to eat this type of food and to live this lifestyle because that is who I am. And if you can't ever get to the point where you have changed your identity, then you're going to always struggle with the yo-yo dieting. So looking at the last one on here, HCG. For those of you who know what HCG is what they call the pregnancy hormone. And it's a hormone that both men and women have this in very low quantities. But when women take a pregnancy test, they're actually testing for HCG. And so HCG elevates with pregnant women, and it helps form the placenta and carry on various different tasks that a woman has and has to create when a woman gets pregnant. So that's what the natural use for HCG is. And what Dr. Simeon back in the 1950s is the person who kind of pioneered this thought process. He was giving HCG injections to men and women who were not pregnant. And what he found is that it worked as an appetite suppressant. So HCG is basically an appetite suppressant. And over the years, it has evolved into some different delivery methods. So there still is the injections. That's still a popular way to do that. And then also it under the tongue is very popular. So they call that a sublingual delivery system. So a lot of times it's putting drops under your tongue. And what they found is it just basically is an appetite suppressant. So it's a natural way to suppress your appetite. And they also found that by giving people who weren't pregnant HCG, that it also seemed to help them lose excess fat. And that also makes sense from a standpoint of if you're giving somebody something that is supposed to help them build their metabolism, then it's going to make their metabolism potentially work a little bit faster. So that's HCG. Again, the issue comes in, suppressing someone's appetite will work as long as that suppressant works. And then as soon as they stop taking it, their appetite's going to come back. And the same thing too, as far as like a shift. You can suppress your appetite, but if you don't systematically change what you're eating, your metabolism is still going to be shot. Your metabolism is the key. So to get long-term weight loss, so some people have metabolic problems, and actually most people who have a weight issue have a metabolic problem. And I want to explain it to you like this. If you have a bruise on your arm, that bruise is a sign that there's something wrong. Now, it could just be a simple contusion. Maybe you broke your arm, maybe you have a broken blood vessel, maybe you have a pulled muscle or a strained muscle, and it shows up as a bruise. Now, the bruise is an outward sign of a problem that's inside. When you have a weight problem, it is an outward sign of an inward problem, and that inward problem is related to your metabolism. So if you're going to reverse this yo-yo diet process, what you need to do is you need to have a system that helps address the underlying causes of a metabolism that isn't working the way it should. So rather than focusing on cutting back on food, rather than focusing on what magic shake do I need to take, what magic pill do I need to take, the focus needs to be, what do I need to eat from a whole food, healthy standpoint? What do I need to eat to get my metabolism working properly? And so I know the questions are, well, how am I going to know that? So I am the founder of VitaLife, and what we do at VitaLife is we start with doing a bioscan to actually understand what your body needs to fix its metabolism issues. So when we do a bioscan, we're evaluating 2,800 biomarkers in your body relating to your metabolism. And then we're asking your body, what do you need to fix it? So think of it like a lie detector's test. I can ask you questions and you can give me answers, but you can't lie to me without the machine letting me know. What we're doing from a biological perspective is we are asking your body, what does it need? And then your body is able to respond to us. Even though you mentally don't know what you need, your body does. And so this biocommunication that we're able to use allows us to know exactly what your metabolism needs to start working the way it should. Then we're going to customize, what do you need to eat from a whole food diet? What supplements do you need to supplement that diet? Because that's the key to a supplement. All it does is it supplements a healthy diet. It doesn't replace a healthy diet. That's how we use supplements here in the United States. It doesn't replace a healthy diet, but it supplements a healthy diet. So when you're eating a healthy diet, you're going to need some supplements to fix some of those underlying causes of metabolic disorder that you may have. And as we're working on fixing that, and as you're working on fixing that, and the body is overcoming some of these issues, you're starting to get healthy and lose weight. Then comes in the accountability. You know, one of the things missing from a lot of these, besides like Weight Watchers, there's those weekly meetings, is in-person accountability and coaching. You need to be held accountable for your own goals, not the goals that we put on you, but the goals that you want. If you want to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? How much weight do you want to lose this week? Okay, well, here's the plan that we're going to help you put together so you can lose this kind of weight this week that you're looking to lose. We're going to help you set realistic expectations for yourself so that way, as you're going on this health journey, you don't get discouraged. The other thing that has to happen is, we're just like with any program, you still are going to run into that weight loss resistant time frame somewhere between day 20 and day 60. And that your body's just going to stop losing weight. We actually know that that's going to happen, and we tailor your program to actually give you a diet during that time that changes so your body can learn its new weight. So you lose 20 pounds, let's say, and then we're going to stop losing weight, and we're going to stop losing weight for about 20 days. And that's where you can start eating some other foods again, and where some of the restrictive eating is taken off. And we're going to do that for a section of time. And then we're going to do another bioscan, because what you need to lose weight the next time is completely different than it was the first time. So when we look at the long-term benefits of the VitaLife program, it allows the diet to change with your needs. And so as you're going through the VitaLife program, it's like a stair step. We're going to lose some weight, we're going to stop, we do more bioscans. What does my metabolism need right now? We're going to give you those things, you're going to lose weight, and the whole foods that you're eating, they're going to change each time. What does my body need right now? And then when you get to your goal weight, we're going to do different bioscans to see what we can do to help you optimize your health, help you avoid most of the Western illnesses that we have here in America. Most cancers, almost all heart disease are completely preventable with the proper lifestyle and diet. Wouldn't it be great to know that you had the program and the plan that was going to help you stay healthy the rest of your life? And not only help you stay healthy, but help you change your identity. When we're working with you on a weekly basis with our coaching, we're coaching you to embrace being a different person. Einstein has a great quote, and he says, "We can't solve the problems that we have in life with the same level of thinking we had when we created them." And I love that quote, because right now you probably have a problem. And your problem is you've been on this diet train all of your life. You've been yo-yoing time after time after time, and you're at the point where you're so discouraged, you're ready to give up. If you're gonna solve this yo-yo training problem, you have to change your thinking. And that's what VitaLife is here for you to do. We are here to help you embrace the new you, help you lose weight, and be able to live the life that you want. And really the life that we all want is a life that's full of vitality. If you're interested in finding out more information, we have a consultation. It's normally $150, but you can hit the link below and it's only $27 for you. I appreciate you watching this video. My name is Davis Jasper, the founder of the VitaLife program, reminding you that today is the perfect day to live a Vital Life.